Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Selcoach. Thanks very much for watching my video. So now I have made a new video about the last video of series Spring Boot REST API. So in Spring Boot REST API, I have made many video and many feature. So now I have made the last one of this tutorial. It's about the import data from the Excel file to server and save to the database here. So firstly, if we want to import the Excel file, I have get file from the client and import to server. So now let's start. First, in the I will do it in the project same with the export data. And first to get the Excel file from the client. So I must try the API to get the file. I will use the method post. Here is the API is export, and now I have write API is import and public response entity. We must return response entity, import customer data. So to get the file from the client, we must use the request parameter, and the name of parameter is file, and we use a multi-path file to get the file, import file. And now for the response entity, I will add new the base response, new class base response for response data to the client. I will have the property cost and message data. On argument constructor is a lombok annotation here, and here we return the base response here. And now I will create a new service class. New interface is customer service. Customer service here is the interface, and here we have the method to the object method return the base response. Here import data, import customer data here, and we pass the parameter. Here is the multi-path file, import file here, and I will add new use package implement and create the new the class is customer service implement, and we implement from the customer service, and as annotation service to define a bin, and implement override the method here. And now we have the file from the client. So to next we must create the method to get the workbook, because here is the Excel file, and we use the library workbook to get the data from the Excel file. So now I will, so in the customer controller here I have write base response equal customer service. I have inject the customer dependency customer what mean customer service. Here customer service does import file, pass the parameter here and return the new response entity and by response and status http status is okay. Here we have write successful the API, and now we do processing the logic business here. And so after we get the file from the client and server, because use the workbook library to get the data from Excel file, and here then because we have I had created the method in the class file factory to create the workbook. Get the workbook stream public static workbook. The method is get workbook stream. From the workbook stream we have pass the file, multi-path file, import file, path file to get the workbook stream, and input stream, use the input stream. Input stream equal null. We define the input stream, then we use the child case exception e dot print structure to if have any exception we have print to the console, and we return the node, and child input stream equal multi-path file equal import file dot get input stream, and here is a support from the multi-path file, and workbook equal workbook factory is a library of Apache point library here, and we can call the method create here. You can go to the define to see and create the file, pass the input stream at here, and then we have the workbook and we return the workbook. Now we have get the workbook stream and from the file, and it's a customer service implement from the group. So we call the workbook. The workbook equal file factory dot get workbook stream. Here is the import file. So now we have the workbook stream, have the workbook, and we have the workbook from file. So now we have get the data from the workbook. So to get the data, we must config some config from the file here. So I will create new the import config. The import config here. Use the annotation box. The import config here with the zip index, because we we import data from zip in the Excel file. Zip index from property in hit the index private in start row private class data class private list cell config, because we also use the cell config for the column index and field name to get the data. Import the list collection and cell import config list, cell import config. So because I have used the templates like customer import, I will open live customer import has some field here, some property and some field like as import, and I will use the same config with the import config, and I will copy. So because a little bit different, but I will public static final import config customer import here, and static customer import equal new import config at here, and customer dot set seed index seed from the first seed and the index is 0, and customer import dot set header index because the index of header is from the header and the first row, and then is 0, index is 0. Customer import dot set start row is e1, start row e1. We got here 1 here, row 1, and customer says data class is customer. I will create the customer detail dot class. Now I will create a new class in customer detail here, and because we have user, so please cell config customer cell config equal new arrays, and because I use like customer cell config here, and I will copy it and paste it here, and customer import cell config, and now we customer import set equal customer, because I use the property from the customer name, customer last name, contact last name, on I use the template at here for the import, and I will use. But if you want custom, you can custom any field, because the config cell here is same for the header index, for the first row, for the property we import, so you can custom it. But I will not custom because it have it makes the video too long. So because I have done for config from the customer import config, and now in the Excel util, because we use Excel util cell config by response. So because customer detail, I will copy all field of customer to the customer detail, but you can customize. I will delete all the property column, and use annotation block constructor, and here we have view for the import config and view for the customer detail class to get to get the data. And now we use in the cell deal we have config to we have write code to import here. Here is the import, and I will comment it. And now here for the import config here. So for the config import, we have created the method public static t for the own object, own class, and own data. You can config it, call the method and use the method to import data list. Because from the Excel we have many column, many field, and many row, and I will return the list object. Now list t here is a generic, and you can return the own of data class you have created object, and get import data, and the param we pass here is a workbook, and the import config here. And in this method here, new collection list equal new array list, and list cell get the cell config here. So config equal import config dot get cell import config. Here we have the cell, and in we count 6 equal 0, define count 6 equal 0, and we use a for loop to get the 6 in the workbook. And if because we get the seed from 1, and if count 6 different, import config dot get seed index, and the count 6 plus and continue. And here if the count seed is different from the seed index, because seed index equal 1, seed 1, and in count row equal 0, then we count the row 4, and we loop the row in 6, and if count row smaller than import config dot get start row, we also continue count row plus and continue. And then for each row we will read the value t row data equal we use method to get the data from the row, get row data here, and we pass the row, the parameter is row, and cell config, and import config dot get the data class here. And now to get the row data, we list dot add the row data to the list and return, and count row plus and here, and after seed here count 6 plus and After that, we return the list because plus count seed and count row to can count. You can read the data from the row and seed, and for the get row, I will go use the method get row data from the get row data. Here we use a t instant equal null and try get to read because we read from the Excel and then we don't know what the data, and if any exception we can we print the exception right here because here is the return the t, so we return the instant, and in the child block we call instant equal class equal data class dot get declare constructor get declare constructor and dot new instant. Here get declare constructor and we cut to t, and for because we get the constructor and get the instant, we can get the class. Here we return the class, return the object class here, and now we can loop from the cell config to set the data to field to row, get data from the row to a t, and here because we must use the for in because we check from the field in the Excel, and cell configs dot size and e plus plus and in I equal 0 and I smaller than size of cell config and I plus plus and cell config and current cell equal cell config dot get from the index I and child case exception dot print take child to print 0, and field we have the user free fraction to get the field equal as declare field on the data class and current cell not get field name here because we also get the field by the method get declare field, and then we have the field, so we get the cell equal row dot get cell and current cell dot get the column index here, and after we have the cell we can check is object util dot emt cell and it cell is not known, and then cell dot set cell type set cell type equal cell type dot string. We set cell type dot string to for the x value enter is string and object cell value equal cell dot get string cell value. And now here we have the data of cell, and then we call the method set field value. For the set value, we have pass the instance, pass the field, pass the cell value. We use another method to set field. Then we return node, also is return node. Now create the method set field value. Set field value. Use the new method set field value. Private static void set field value and object instant field and object cell value. Here we call the method to set cell value. Then in this method we will check if object util .emt instant or object util .emt field, and we return. And L class equal field dot get type, because field dot get type to return the class, and object value converter equal paste. We had used another method to paste value by class. Here we pass the class at here and cell value. And even down the method to get the value, and field dot set accessible equal true to can access the field. Then use the child case exception e dot print the child is the child here. We have field dot set. Here is instant and value converter to field. Set here to set the data, and we use the methods. We create a new method is pay value by class. For class pay value, we have pay the data from we have read, and to x value the data can be. So is object util dot emt value cell value or object util dot emt class, and we return node because it's empty, then no value to return, and string class name equal class dot get simple name to get the name of class, and switch get the name of field, and because the name of field, and we use a squid key to check the if the field can be property can be data type, because the value we have reached have any data type, so we can use a squid key use the get symbol name to check if the origin data type of the data is. And first is k is a character, and value equal cell value equal, we have paste the character here, cell value, and a new method to paste the character here. And if we have any k, but so I mean k string here, k boolean or k boolean because object are primitive, and many k bees or bees object here, and k source or k source object, k integer or k integer object, or k long or k long objects, k float or k float object, or k double or k double object, or k dash. I think k dash is important k, or k instant, any k instant, k enum maybe, k map, k big decimal, so any k. So I think it's maybe enough, and k default, and we must break to all the k, and because if value we have find the value and of data type, and we can break it, and not to prevent return the exception. K double break, k dash break, k instant break, k enum breaks, k map break, and k big decimal break. So for the pay object, I have tried some method to pay the data we have reached to any k of the time. So I think because we have the many k, and we have k from the character here, and use the method to write, so we return. So after we have read the value, we return the cell value here, and now we have pay. For the pay, I think I write the pay character here private static object by character and object value and the. So for the pay character, we have use a method to character object value and if object util does empty value we return. So he use three operation condition: return object util dot empty value empty, you return the null, L we pay to the value here to pay an object. Now we pay the here pay the string. For pay the string, string is a string, so we don't need write the method because the cell value equal cell value dot to string, and we check to ignore the blank, ignore the white space, and so pay the boolean. Add new method to pay boolean. I will copy here, paste the boolean object value, and paste the boolean. Boolean is also it's the same object util value. Here return null, and here is a boolean here. And also if I will copy here, we copy here, paste boolean here. I will copy and paste for the on, and I will edit this if I finish the pay method. Here paste enum, paste map, paste the big, small, and default. And now we have paste the bit. I will copy, paste the bit, and for the pay bit, is the same. It's the same. Here I will delete this. If the object util not empty value, we also return the null, and L we double value equal pay double. We pay the double, so I write the method to pay double because the bit is used double to pay. Then I write some method here. I will pay with static object. Here I paste map and object value, and for the map, if the object util not empty value, we return the null, and we return the map here value, and I will copy. Next is a paste enum, first paste enum. Also, if object util value empty, we return the null, and then for the enum we string values string equal value dot to string dot chim and we return e5 dot value of value and value of from here. So for the enum, because the many class, and we also have the class at here, class, and we value of class and value string at here, and pay the. So next we will pay the date. Date is very important, and if object util is empty and return the null, so string date string equal value dot to string, and because the import data is string, and we have the format to pay the string to this, and then we have some it here. I think we have string format this equal some format this like year month like that, and other and some I will hour, minutes, and second, or days, that's month, that's year, and I make it for the you can format for the any format for string, and for string we look from the format list, and we get the format to pay. String format from the format date, and this equal null, and child we have child this format equal new simple. This format here we pass the format at here, and this equal format this format dot pay this string at here, and use child cat exception e dot print the child at here, and now if object util dot empty this empty this, so now at here empty this, and we return the this, and L we change this equal paste this value cast exception e print tag change, and return the new this here. And we return the this, we return the date here, and after here we return this. So now we have pay date. Now we have pay the instant at here. Now I will copy from here and pay from the instant, all the pay instant return object value empty value. We return the node. Now we return the paydays. We return the paydays value here. The paydays, we return the days and to instant. So here we also not object days and to instant here. And L we pay flows. We pay flows at here. For pay for flows is the same. Or pay the flows if object util.empty value. We also return the node. And L we double value equal so I will pay the double at here. Pay the double at here. And if object util dot empty value, if object util.empty value, so also return the node. Now we use checkout to pay the double exception e dot print stack chain, and for the double, so chain we return the double dot pay the double from the value. Pay the double value dot to change, and now we return the node. At here. So I will put this here. And here's for the flows and flows. Also for the float we double value equal pay double value, and we return double value, and we object util dot empty double value. If empty, we also return the node. L we double value dot float value, and from the exception here, so I think exception I will return the node. Pay double, yes, double I will return the double value. Return the double value at here. Exception and return the node, and we also pay the in, pay the long. So I think I have any character. So pay bits, pay boolean, so I pay float here, pay double here. I have pay days, I have pay instant, and I have pay maps, and I have pay the enum here, and also pay the enum we have class the enum, and we have class at here, and you can use pay bits, pay short, pay integer, pay long. So now I will use for the pay long. Now put it here, pay flows and pay long, and here is a pay long object value. So object value is empty, and also here long value equal pay for the long. So I think here is a double value, long value, and here that's long value. And next also we have pay long, also we have pay integer, pay short, and pay bit. Pay long here. So I think pay short, pay bit, pay integer, and pay big decimal. Now for the pay, so I have the pay bits. Now for the pay bits, we have the pay bits here. I have pay bits and pay source, pay integer, and we have pay decimal. And now pay short, pay big decimal, and now we pay short for the short value, and we object multi, dot multi, and double value. So I think here is short double value. Here I change long double value, and short, and user here short double value bằng null equal null, and user short value and integer is the same. In double value, and here in value, and for the big decimal, pay short, pay in, pay long, pay float, and pay big decimal. For big decimal, I think if object multi and child case exception, we return the null, and child at here we return big decimal dot value of double dot value dot to string here. Now we return the null, and here for the pay bits, I think this is the same for double value. Here this value lost this value from double, we can pay anything. So now we have many methods at here. We have read the value, and we set the value. We have to get the row, and in the customer service implement we get the workbook, and then we get list customer detail list equal pixel tiêu does get import letter and workbook and imports config does customer imports at here, and if collection util does emt customer detail list L. So if its customer detail list not empty, and we call the method to save the data. Here is customer detail list, and then we create the by response equal new by response, and if the collection util if we import successfully, and by response dot set cost equals string dot value of http status dot okay, and by response dot set message import successfully, and L we change import fail status is bad request. For the save data, we return the bad response at here. For save data at here, private void save the data and list customer detail list, and for use for loops customer detail in customer detail list, and we call new customer equal new customer at here, and customer dot set customer number equal customer detail dot get customer number, and customer dot set customer name equal customer detail dot get customer name, and also we insert the customer repository to save to the database. Customer repository here, private final require argument constructor, and customer repository dot save customer, and you can see that I have successful for the import. So now I will in the customer controller I have write the API at here, and I debug it, and you can see I put the debug point at here, customer import data at here, I debug at here, and I put some debug point, and now we can't have many fields, so I will drop the I will change case table customer here. You can see, so the output you can see here table customer had empty. Now I will here you can see I have some property at here, so I will set only set red line customer detail, get red line customer dot set city customer detail, city customer name, contact last name, contact first name, customer dot set contact first name, customer detail, set contact last name, and phone red line false, customer dot set phone, customer detail get phone, WordPress line 1, WordPress line 2, copy line 1, line 2, and city, state equal customer detail, get state, postcode country, postcode, customer detail, get postcode, sales country, customer detail, get country, sale, customer sale equal customer detail, get sale, and get credit limit, customer detail, get credit limit, and we save. So now I will redebug and rerun with the debug mode. Now in the Postman, I will copy the API, change to the import. Now for the method pass, in the body merge the form data, because I have the file, we change the file, the name of parameter is file, and we select the file. Here I will save file here, and I close it, and I choose the customer and export. Now I will send. You can see in the debug mode, you can see import file here, customer file name equal customer.export, and here I will press the F8 to jump to the next the debug point, and you can see here import file here, and you can see get workbook stream. Here you can get the workbook. Here we sheet is one sheet, here sheet 1, and you can see. So here for row, for column here, and so next you can see that customer list DTO had for list here. You can see. Now I will not empty, empty, not empty, and then we go to save data at here, and you can see here. You can see that data has saved, and you can see here for data has saved at here, and you can see customer number like here, customer number, customer name, here, customer name here is the same, and now I will press the F9 to rerun the API, and you can see here code equal 200, okay, and message is import successfully. So here you only can configure if you have the many class and to import the data, you can change here like customer class, and you can any class like student and teacher or car and anything, and you can configure it like customer name. For you can if you delete some column here, and also we call it here, configure it here, and also that import data. And I think the different a little bit difficult in the Excel tool. We can import this, we can get the seed from book, and we count the row, and we get the data from row by reflection, because we don't know the data E and what the data E, and we get the field by reflection, and we get the cell, and we set the value to the cell. Here we must set accessible equal true, and we pay any value to read, and pay to data type, to guess, to set to database. But what I done is a happy case, and it means that it always successfully. But for the customer service implement, if you get the data from the Excel, you can validate the input data and after save to the database. But I hope you can get it, and you can make it in the shop or in the work of anyone. So if you had if my video is helpful, so you can subscribe for me, and click to subscribe and like my video, and thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.